We just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed doubles. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in. We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
Vernon Dodge Jeep is the home of the no-charge 60-day unlimited mileage buyer protection plan. Take home any late model pre-owned vehicle from the Fun Store and you're leaving with complete peace of mind. Vernon Dodge Jeep, for all your pre-owned vehicle needs.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Doing this remote, yourself, you're in Oklahoma. What city are you in, Mark?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, in the cities. I've been to the Bricktown.
Oh yeah, yep.
Bricktown Park there. Saw some AAA baseball back
Oh, yeah.
a few years ago, and really enjoyed that city there. And of course, I'm from London, Ontario, and we're sitting here calling a game in Vernon, BC. So it's a strange new world, isn't it?
It is, but it's really interesting that I that curling and technologies kind of come together with this with what you got going here, Jerry, and being able to bring these broadcasts to the people that wouldn't normally have access to it. I think of myself as someone a newer curler here in the United States, where we don't get major broadcast curling. We didn't really have many options, so to get live games with commentary, multiple camera angles, graphics. It's been great to be able to see this.
Yeah, I think you can throw some shout outs to TESN, Joe
Oh, for
Calabrese,
sure.
and Brian Anderson for the amazing work they did. We almost need to do a retirement tour for those guys, since sounds like they've hung it up. And you know what? We hope to be able to carry the mantle for those guys down in the United States.
Yeah, they were definitely my first exposure to U.S. curling. So
yeah, they really put something together that was amazing, that brought access, and that's something that is a huge component of this project for me.
Yeah,
is the ability to put cameras on every sheet and be able to watch every game, so that every team who shows up to the event gets, knows they're going to be able to be seen. So that was a really important piece for me.
absolutely. So Schuster in a decent spot here, not on the center line, but just basically his rock's in play. So asking Matt Hamilton to maybe just make it a little bit tap so he can get a little bit closer to the button, really cut down the scoring area. Cheryl in the chat was asking if the skip from the Gall rink and one other are off sick, and the new ones from Salmon Arm. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with this with the Gall rink, so.
I know Sean's been away. Sean's been away for the entire weekend. Mark Elway, I believe, is the replacement player on the team.
Okay.
That was the information that I got earlier, and that Sean was just going to be away.
Oh, and then do we have mics on the guys, or is it just the in-rink audio picking them up?
In-rink audio, which is
okay.
blasting in my ears, and I'm talking to producer, so we can turn this down in our view. So there is a little volume window in video there.
Yeah.
Just for your sake, Mark.
Oh no, but it's. But I suppose in the tiebreaker game, this is probably the only game on the ice. So
yeah, this is great. The sound is coming through really well with one team on the ice. And, we get this question a lot about player mics, and we absolutely want to get to a point where players are mic'd, especially at the higher level events where we have more help around and people to do that, and investment in the events. We can do that. The big thing about what we're trying to do with our system is make it as easy as possible to broadcast something reasonable to watch that doesn't take a whole massive crew to run. So, I'm pretty happy where we are, and we're trying to get in-house sound as good as possible. This is winging it in Vernon right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
it's pretty good, actually.
This is pretty good. I mean, not too long ago, we weren't sure if this game was going to be on tonight. They have it as a tiebreaker, set up and built in the schedule, but we're able to just kind of
Oh,
basically just put it together. This is great.
That's just lazy, not doing the tiebreaker game. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like not doing the morning draw, which, I slugged out some morning draws when I could. I tried my best most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just trying to make every game accessible. And we want it so that when Team Shuster and Team Geall, announce to their fans before the game, they know they can say it's going to be watchable.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And it does things for the teams all the way backwards. Like now, if you're a team, you can commit to being on the stream. You can commit to sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can say you're going to get this or that, and we want to then also partner with the teams and help them sell more sponsorship and figure out what a good split on something like that looks like. This helps the teams, and the more successful teams are, the more successful this is, and the more successful Curling Zone is at the end of the day too, because the broadcast and the streaming absolutely drives website traffic. We're like double the traffic so far this season.
Yeah.
So
with that, Geall rock not in a great place and not super accessible for John. Looks like he elected to go behind that other corner there. So still open, so should still be able to get a piece to it, but it's going to be tough to kind of tuck it behind there.
Yeah, it's an aggressive play there by Shuster.
Yeah.
Putting the pressure on, going first, essentially. Like if he gets a mistake here, he might then go up top and solve that problem later and then score 3 that way.
Yeah.
So get into the best place first is this scenario here. And now, this thing is really curling here.
Yep.
And on the guard.
Just check the guard and roll out.
Like, that's how you set up the 3.
Yep.
Because if you made a play on the top, you would have got them out of the way and, maybe rolled over far enough, but you're then trading hits for 2. By going under over there, then it created this chance here to set up the 3.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, shot Stone, are we certain who is shot in the top corner there?
Let's
it actually looks to be Shuster.
Yeah, it looks to be Shuster. So Schuster's sitting 1-2 here. Guess they're going to cover their rock there on the side of the 4-foot and just maybe go top 12 there. So, first of Skip's rocks here.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Geall has hammer here. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the complicated part here. I had hammer with the wrong team, so.
Oh, the graphics are right. Yeah.
Set for rocks.
This is going to end up way higher than I thought.
So yeah, Shuster without hammer here, trying to steal. Clearly, guard the center here. Get to the middle. I saw the blue corner guard up. Just assumed Blue had the hammer. Even though I'm the one running the graphics at the bottom as well. So which we're also poorly being caught up there in the moment too.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you're working on here behind the scenes. So.
Yeah, the bug graphics thing is not a good job for me. So just keep kicking me if the rocks are not coming off.
All right. Yep, we'll
just keep doing our best, everyone. We're
doing our best, yeah.
I have so much fun doing this from morning till night, all weekend long. This is 5th.
Yeah, and then back on early tomorrow, right, for the start of the playoff games.
Oh, I'm in London. We're starting at noon Eastern time.
Oh, okay, all right.
Not so bad when 9 o'clock is their time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing the 9 o'clock, but yeah, that's the great thing is that we can do this and manage this from a distance. So it really helps out with clubs and accessibility. Oh, lift delivery here.
Love it.
That's fun.
Old school.
So looking to get a hit, little inside flop here. See if they can use that guard.
Anybody in the chat could throw us the names of the players and the positions. That would be great. We'd love to make sure that we have everybody's names right tonight. I know Brad Wood is part of this team. I think it was Dave Bellway. Yeah, let us know who is in the lineup here. Of course, we're out remote, and we're still working on our standard procedures and everything, and getting all that stuff lined up. All this stuff's going to be built into a dashboard with a nice website window that you're going to be able to look this all up, game information, stats. All of that will be for the commentators to be able to talk about the game. So, the curling zone's got everything we need. I might as well organize it for you for the game, right?
Yeah. Final rock for John Shuster here. Colin Huffman going hard, trying to carve it over. Trying to knife it down. It's gonna make contact, but hit it a little thin here. Chris going hard on the sweep
and get it out. Oof.
Just ends up settling back 8. So, initially I thought he was just gonna draw, but they're looking at this cheeky little split here off the top one.
It's a very makeable shot
to score 3 here.
Yeah, that's the real unfortunate part for Shuster rolling out, period.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to take this on, right? Yeah, and if you're, I mean, there's basically no harm, right? Like if you're a touch wide, you're still drawing, back there for 2.
Yeah, there's a tendency to get this going a little bit and over curl it, but you should be able to give yourself enough room.
Yep.
Anything like T-line weight is good enough here.
Yeah, doesn't really have to. I mean, basically just has to move it quarter of a rock and roll a little bit for 3 here. So we will see. Last rock for Team Geall. Looking to play the split here. Sweeper's saying back line. Now going hard for line here. Really have to go hard here for line.
They got to hit it thin enough with that kind of weight. Oh, Lord.
Ooh. That is an early 3 for Geall. And they take a big lead here over Team John Shuster. We'll come back with Shuster with hammer in the second end after this break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Say.
And we're back here. So, early fireworks so far in this game with Geall scoring a 3-end with a very nice split on his final rock here. So Shuster looking to get something back here.
Yeah, you see the bit of fire out of the Team USA here. You know what? I get it. I played this game and you're hyper competitive, and I think with Schuster's team, there's some frustrations here, just not being as sharp as they normally are.
Yeah.
It's something that they've got an Olympic gold medal in their hands. It's hard to get motivated sometimes to get started in the season.
Yep.
So, this is Schuster's first real event. They went over to Scotland. Again, it was a bit of a separation between the events. I'm not sure how much they've been practicing and really driving yet, compared to some other teams. The frustration comes out. It doesn't matter how much you're practicing. You're going to believe you can make that shot. And I know these guys feel that same way. And it'll come out, showing a little frustration, blowing off a little bit of steam here. So, you know what? Sometimes it's the fire you need to get your butt in gear and get back into it too. So
yeah, absolutely. John's been well chronicled, for emotion's sake. Even during his his run in the Olympics, I remember him having that passionate speech after one of the tough games in 2018, and then sure enough they rallied. So
yeah,
we'll see what they've got here in the second end. Looking to go ahead and come in the rings here and play off that one. So they do make contact and move that yellow rock back 4 foot. Is there someone in a tuxedo in there? Behind the glass? Did anyone see that? A guy in a white tuxedo?
Yeah, he was there earlier, wasn't he, Colonel Sanders? Is he still standing at the window?
There's definitely a white tuxedo, so I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Producer James will have to get us a view of the glass again later.
Okay.
See if he was there in an earlier game. I believe you were calling that game, were you not?
I might have. I didn't notice it. I don't know how I can miss it though.
Yeah, I thought you were, unless that was Will and Melissa, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh man, my days are bleeding together.
So Team Geall makes that hit now. John's going to be asking Matt Hamilton to make this little hit and flop under the center here. Now, Chris going hard on this knifing technique to get it to curl over here. Weight should be pretty close. Does make contact and ends up rolling just a little bit. I think it was a little bit lighter than they expected, but they probably needed that down weight for it to get that much curl.
Yeah, you know what? It's not so bad. They're bumping the Geall stones behind the tee line. I like this a lot better than the freezes.
Yeah.
And, it might not be by total accident either that the weight is not light. Because even down 3 early, Schuster has to just be careful he doesn't get too aggressive. Because the worst thing right now is a steal. Even if he gets 2, gets 1, he changes the game, gets on the scoreboard. So it's important to make sure he scores the next points.
Team Geall electing to run back their own. Catch doesn't make contact with anything in the rings there, so now John's got a couple options here. They're either looking at drawing behind the corners or making a play on the one that's in the back of the forefoot.
I love just drawing here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the comfort with the ice.
Yeah.
And so if you don't know draw weight, you play the hit and roll because you trust it a little bit more. So, there's always a variation, a scale on what's the right call.
Matt making a hit and roll earlier, looking to do so. Needing to roll just a bit more here. Makes the hit.
Look at this.
And does roll.
That is
very nice. Now sitting 1-2.
That's a great shot there by...
Great shot by Matt Hamilton.
Is that Hamilton
there.
still his last there? Yeah. I'm still trying to keep up with the rocks while doing 5 other things. I got to turn off the Alberta streams yet.
Thanks for everyone who's joining us in the YouTube chat. We've got close to 200 people watching now, so that's awesome.
And we do need a tiebreaker. Scoreboard.
Does make the hit and makes contact with the back one. Wow, that's a pretty good double there. Tough to tell, but I think John does clarify for me that Team Geall is shot rock going in the back 12 here. So they're gonna have to make a play on this, either hitting it or just drawing down to it. I kind of like drawing down to it or somewhere on top, so you can kind of try to keep that there. So, thanks to Annette in the chat for clarifying that Sean Geall and the pronunciation is away from work, and so Skip is Dave Bellway from Salmon Arm.
Awesome. Thank you very much for the help. We knew there'd be somebody out there who would have the right answer, so we might as well ask, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we want to thank the amazing fans who are watching. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We're streaming on Team Shuster's Facebook page, so if you're a Team Shuster fan, be sure to head over to their Facebook and join the watch party that's going on over there. I'm sure they've got some friends and family cheering on the squad. And of course, we're on the YouTube page on Curling Zone as well.
Nice. Really nice downweight hit for Chris. I like that weight call, right? You're keeping the shooter in place, so now back to John, sitting 1-2 here. So Team Geall is just going to go ahead and elect and try to hit here. Don't want to risk the freeze or anything, so...
No. Now, you know what? If you knew draw weight and you knew what you were doing, you could hook a draw around those corner guards.
Yeah.
You kind of chase the one in the back there. I think you're seeing both these teams preferring the hits right now over the draws a little bit.
Yep. Still early in the game, trying to get things kind of figured out. Don't want to take too many chances this early in the game. Definitely understandable.
Yeah. I think if you were a team like Yale, you wouldn't. It wouldn't be a bad risk to take that shot, though.
Yeah.
The ability for you're playing a team like Shuster. They're pros. They know what they're doing. They're going to be fighting down to the last rock here. And John will 2-1 his way back into this game.
Yeah.
And you can't get too defensive in this situation. Now, you know what? Stepping back here, this is probably the safest decision.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's worth that to think about that, hey, if I got one around, I might only give up one. I might even steal a point in this end because John tries something to get it out.
Yeah, I'm curious if they, if seeing, how John reacted after the first end, if, they may want to, put John in a position where he has to play kind of a not so straightforward shot or tough shot, but first of skipped rocks here, so from Team Geall here, looking to just hit, so pretty straightforward. Yep, right on the beak.
Great work by the sweepers there on the front end. So again, for Shuster, needs this hit here to make sure they hold the deuce.
Yep. Yeah,
These
and
are critical.
teams are just kind of. It's interesting to me that teams are kind of falling. It looks like Team Schuster's taking this kind of soft weight out turn, and then Team Geall's kind of going the other turn with maybe a little bit more weight. But I guess it's just a matter of preference.
And sweeping.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have Schuster's team. I believe they're going to have some sort of knowledge and information on sweeping. And the techniques that they're trying got to mean something. A little lighter than I think he was planning to be.
Does get it.
That was a lot lighter than I think John was planning to be, and they still managed to hold that pretty well.
Yeah. That's definitely well held by the sweepers. You know, playing with a little bit different of a front end, so alternate Colin Huffman getting the play while Landsteiner's away.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of Colin this season. You know, I think Steiner's been fighting some injuries over the years, and you know, he is one of the few full-time employed athletes in the program these days still too. At least full-time employed.
Yeah.
And so that's always a challenge on his career too, and he's got a pretty good career at the same time too.
They're welling here a little bit, and gets to the nose here. So John Schuster's going to have us hit and stick for his deuce here. Going to be playing the other turn here. Probably see a little bit more weight than the last one.
I don't think he liked the way that last one ran on him.
Yeah.
There's ice maker extraordinaire Dave Merklinger, manager here of the Vernon Curling Club, and he just came off a very successful event last weekend in Fredericton, New Brunswick. The PointsBet Invitational was his show. He did the ice there.
Matt Collin control up. Collin going early in line here. Now John just asked me for a clean. That's a good sign. And after a tough first end, John gets his deuce back. So we've got a game on our hands here. We'll be back here in the third end. Team Geall will have hammer up 3-2.
We just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed doubles. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in. We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
So yeah, I'm trying to do that. 240 concurrents.
And we are back. Tiebreaker action at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. My name is Mark No. I'm being joined by Jerry Gertz here on commentary.
It's great to join you, Mark. Been really vibing to your commentary so far this season. I got to listen to you a lot, and I make sure I turn it on when you're on too.
Thanks, appreciate that. So you can see John in the background, John Shuster hanging his deuce back from the previous end. Team Geall, or I'm sorry, Geall. I got to remember that.
Well, it's keep working on that. I know it's a challenging one to remember.
Did it.
But yeah, Sean is a long-time competitive curler out of BC. Been around for, I don't know. He went to the Briar. I can't remember the first year again. You know what? Let's hear some of the accolades of Team Geall here. I know he's played with Brent Pierce over the years. So yeah, a good team that's always in contention. One of these teams that could beat anybody on any given day in BC.
Absolutely.
So Geall with hammer here. This is Collins' last stone.
Makes the hit, but just kind of moved a little bit more than they expected, so they rolled just a little bit further than they wanted.
You know what? That stone behind the tee line, hitting that, I think, is your best bet. Anything back there is only helpful for the hammer team. So you either got to freeze it out perfectly or hit it out.
Yeah.
Don't let them build a wall back there. I think that's something that I know some of our analytics research really talks about. But the Donnie B3.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard that term, right?
I have heard that term. Yeah, so I guess explain to me, because I think I've heard it's like essentially going. Okay, I'll tell you what. Here, we'll do it the other way. Here, I'll tell you what I thought it was, and you can tell me where I'm wrong. So with hammer, if a team throws up a center guard, instead of maybe coming in top 8, you actually end up throwing it like back 8 or something along those lines.
You are right on the pathway.
Okay.
So it's something that Kevin Martin would throw out there, and Don Bartlett, is Kevin Martin's longtime lead, and Kevin would always kind of surmise that, man, when Donnie go deep, which at that time you'd think is a terrible shot, we'd end up scoring 3 a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just that idea that when you go behind the tee line, what's the call?
You're going on top, yeah?
Freeze to it, right?
Yep, freeze to it, yep.
So I go down back to it again.
Yeah.
Then what do? You got to do it again, right?
Yep.
So now there's 4 stones all behind the tee line and a center guard. Well, I'm going to hit that center guard and roll to a corner guard. Now you're the team without hammer. There's a wall of rocks behind the tee line and a corner guard up, and you're not stealing this end. Like, you're not going to throw a center guard on that because it's not really a great set of rocks to guard.
Yeah.
So you're probably trying to throw one in to start working on getting the force. And in that scenario, you're going to end up, the plays come in the house. It's a pretty low risk end with the hammer. And with that corner guard up, there's a good chance the hammer team can score 2.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
So I think the Donnie B3 is something that's out there, but I don't think it's played deep enough into the game.
Yeah.
Because there's all kinds of good things that can happen, right? Like, let's say you freeze to it instead. Or you draw top house instead. Then I corner freeze to you.
Yeah.
Or I dig you out. I throw back 12. Yeah. And the reason why the tick shot has to go is because the Donnie B3 is the missed tick shot.
Yeah.
And so if the Donnie B3 is so good, then if my lead can throw back 12 weight, I don't care if he wrecks the guard or goes back 12, that is a very bad situation for the center guard.
Yep. So, getting back to this end here, Team Shuster in control. Oh. And that's actually spinning up here. So, we've seen Team Geall miss a few shots on the outturn side. They flashed one hit, and then they hit and rolled out on the second one here. So looks like and with this run back attempt, a little bit of bad luck where they end up jamming on their one in the back of the ring. So Shuster in full control of this end here, looking to, I guess, set up a center guard here with that guard back. Protect their two on the forefoot that are in a pretty good line now. Overcurls just a hair. More than just a hair. Still pretty open here, but oh, there he is.
Oh, there.
Well done, production team. If anybody knows the story behind this guy, I'm very curious, so feel free to kind of put that in the chat. Like, is it just for the event? Is this his thing? Like,
yeah, this is the second game this guy's been out there. We've had him on camera before, too.
Yeah, please, if anyone in the chat knows the story, whether you're in Facebook or YouTube chat, just, yeah, please let me know, because I'm very curious.
You know what? It's been a lot of fun ducking inside of curling clubs around the world.
Yeah.
You know, I live in curling clubs, but through a picture window in my computer.
Yeah.
It's it's been quite the journey.
So trying to get to this stone in the top floor. Yep. They get to it nose and end up getting that back one. So
Shuster throws a guard that wasn't quite good enough and left the door open there.
yeah.
But I almost wonder now Shuster can throw another guard on top. And now the steal's really in play here.
Yeah. So it's nice that John has, I mean, so even though that first guard overcurled, now they've got a bit of margin for error, so they can just guard really anywhere from the high side to, dead guarding it, so.
You want to try and keep some distance between these rocks, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you probably want to go past it because this is the guard that they would peel.
Yeah, if they can hook it around.
Yeah.
That's a great spot for it.
Yeah. So the double peel isn't the natural play here, right? Because if you play the double peel and you only get the top one, the guard that's really a problem is the tight one. If you left that one as the high guard, they can play the double peel without as much concern. So.
And looks like he is calling for the double peel here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the call. If you like it, it's still a good call because the upside of getting rid of both is huge.
Yeah, you do have to make it here, and so if you don't make it, maybe not the best call, but we'll see here.
That's a little bit of the trouble because if you only get the top one, then Schuster's able to come down and corner freeze to the yellow and really make your life difficult.
This is like a hair wide, having to sweep to kind of push it down. A little bad luck, makes contact with the good guard that we were kind of talking about, and ends up stuffing it. So
that's the downside. This is the problem with making that call.
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen sometimes, right? Because by getting it that close, you were almost perfect either way. That's the tough part to settle on here, right? Because you were right there at making that shot.
Now John just gets to put a guard back. Always fun as a skip to throw just guards here. So looking to get some separation here. So probably, what do we think, Jerry? Just like a 2 guard here?
There you go, Mark. He answered your question for you.
I think so. Like he's listening to me.
There you go. Or maybe like you're picking a few things up along the way, aren't you?
Maybe. So, I think initially they were looking at the intern side, but I think this is good playing the line that they've been kind of playing all in,
Yeah. Yeah, this one's got to be in front, so you just want to, figure out what line you want. Doesn't really matter that you cross the face of the other one.
think it's a little bit heavier than they wanted, so.
So now what they're trying to do is get the line right and bounce it. You know, how hard do you want to bounce that, and what angle do you want to bounce it at?
Yep.
And that's fine.
Yep.
That takes the run back away, which is really good. Now he's got it. You got to make him draw here. Yeah, he was probably drawing all day regardless. I think, yeah, they likely wanted to get that across the center line there, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think ideally, yeah, just any sort of stagger, but I mean, this works as well. I mean, I think the fear here is that they can just kind of double peel those, but then John just puts it back. So I think they're looking at going ahead and trying to draw in here.
I believe this is last rock here. Am I wrong with this, producer James?
I think this is first of his rocks. I could be wrong though.
All right, we're trying. All right, bear with us, fans. We are trying to. This might be first of the skip stones. Might be ahead of you here.
Ryan in the chat says he knows the guy, and he loves the costumes. So
nice.
The guy in the tux. So may have to check this out. I think they hosted a spiel that my friend was at not too long ago. So yeah, looks like first of
there we go.
There's rocks here.
A little ahead of the game.
So it looks like they are going to play this double peel here.
Yeah, by leaving those two stones frozen like that, that's just a, that's just an auto call almost. I think. Yep. Got to open that up, and now you give yourself a chance to maybe even score 2 here.
Yeah. So we'll likely see John just, put the guard back here, and then Team Geall will possibly have a run off one of these, wide corners here.
Thanks, Jessica, for the suggestion. Just a heads up, our view that we're commentating this game off of is not the greatest view either. So we're winging it a little at times, eh, Mark?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
So we do the best we can sometimes and figure it out from there. It's pretty good. This technology's come a long way, and we keep getting smarter and better at using it, which is really the key here. You got to practice. So this is the last shoe stone of this thing.
Yep, and this is going to be just fine. Ooh,
that's
curls
that's
a
really
hair,
good shot, I think.
But I think it's good enough here. So it looks like they're going to try to run this one here from the left-hand side of your screen here. Which...
Yeah, there's too much of a gap between the yellow and the blue, I think, for Geall to risk a play on that. Although they are looking at the angle run back here. If we could get a split screen view of the house.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think there's no. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they could get to just to that yellow rock here. That's just above the 4-foot. If they got there with backline weight.
Yeah, that port is too small. It's too tough of a shot. Yeah. I think this is a lower risk shot. There's things that can go wrong when you play any kind of weight by that yellow rock.
Yeah.
So by playing this in, it's a chance to score 2. There's a lot of broom here, so they're not taking too much ice, and or they're not throwing too much weight. Yeah, sorry. And so this is the veteran call. Yeah. The wily veteran with the hack weight doubles.
Last rock for Team Geall. Time to go for line. Go hard for line here. And he tells him to forget it.
Yeah, that just curled out of his hand earlier. You know what?
Yeah.
Probably the first time they've been out there.
Yeah.
So
Steal for Team Schuster. So we're tied up after 3 ends. Team Geall will have hammer in the 4th end after this break.
I forget.
All right, guys, we are back. Heading back into, we got a tight game here, tied 3-3, going into the 4th end. Team Geall with hammer taking on Team John Shuster. So we've got almost 300 people in the YouTube chat. So thanks for everyone who's joining us for this tiebreaker game in the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic.
Of course, we've also got Team Schuster's Facebook page as well. Their friends, family joining us from there too. Clearly it's going to be in favor of Team Schuster on the Team Schuster Facebook page. So if you're a fan of Team Schuster, you should be over there following them and getting everybody amped up for this team. Fair?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally fair. And then I don't know if we've got any Team Geall fans in the chat, but I know they were able to share with us some of the information that the skip of Team Geall is away for work this weekend, so got a replacement skip, but hanging tough here with John Shuster, ranked 22nd in the world, 2018 gold medalist, of course. Got a good game here. And got a lot of play coming towards the center here. So Colin Huffman's rock does end up settling for shot. Probably would have liked that maybe a little bit more on top of that yellow. But still, it's still a good shot here. So now we get to see the freeze game here. Or maybe a little bit of a tap to try to unlock that blue rock there that's sitting on top button.
Just jumping into the Team Schuster Facebook page and see who's all on there. Got some following there. Chris Gardner, Elizabeth Smatlock, through the shout out to TESN. Thanks, Charlene, Don and Charlene, we appreciate. Beth Byrne from Yukon, Oklahoma is watching.
What?
In your backyard, I presume?
Yeah, I mean that's maybe about 20-30 minutes away from my house. That's not a name I'm familiar with, so I don't know if it's one of our newer club members, but if they're not and you're interested in curling, come check us out.
Yeah, definitely. Go throw some stones with Mark. Of course, the Shapiros from Hibbing, Minnesota are tuning in as well. We got 22 diehards over on the Team Schuster page, so great page there run by Price Atkinson, who helps them out and does a lot of their content. And yeah, those guys are great to follow.
Really nice rock there by Matt Hamilton, just getting to getting top forefoot, and while not second rock, that's still in a really good spot. That's going to be tough for Team Geall to deal with here. So Essentially looking to follow it down and start tapping some stuff. Start moving some stuff around. Very delicate shot here. Having to go to carve it just a little bit to get the curl to get to nose. And
Yeah,
that's a wonderful shot as well.
Yeah, those 2 Schuster stones needed 2 shots to be moved, and it was a problem, but that may have been the perfect shot.
Yeah.
They line that up. That thing still does jam there, though, so they did want to get a little closer to nose so that would go straight through it. So I think for Schuster, freeze another one on top.
Yep.
You want to keep as many of your stones around, especially when your opponents start counting rocks around the rings. Because that's how the big ends happen, is you forget about all those counters that are creeping around the rings.
Yeah.
And so now mitigating some disaster here is a little bit of the shot as well.
This one's had a lot of curling to do at the hog line, but comes in really, really nicely. That's well judged by Chris Flies and Colin Huffman there. I know I would have been panicking seeing it being, that wide and that much room to go, but they're reading the ice well here. So it's a very good result.
It's clear that they have been doing some work on sweep, because the technique comes through this, and I know from working with the program in the past, I've seen some of the work that Dave Jensen and his kids as well. Oh man, I'm gonna forget a name. Eric and can't believe I'm forgetting her name right now, but his daughter as well. Her and her husband work for I believe the Air Force down in California there. Rocket scientists.
Nice.
Have been working on sweeping for USA Curling.
Very nice.
So
good to have them on our side.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if they're still with the program or not, but I know there's been a lot of learning done over the years that has gone on in many programs as they try and figure out how much of a difference this stuff goes on. Steph Jensen was her name, just came to me there. Now Steph Larson out in LA.
Nice. Well, getting back to our game here, it looks like they're asking to go on the other side here, maybe going top 8 or top 12 where he's tapping his broom. I don't know if it's like kind of a setup shot of some sort that they can run back later in the end here. Oh, this one's curling quite a bit here. Ends up settling for another center. I don't know what it was here. Oh, so Annette in the chat saying she's a fan of Team Geall, so they've got a fan there in the chat.
Oh, there's going to be a few around. I remember the heyday of G Spot Nation, I believe it was.
Okay.
That was a team name they went with for
a bit
of time.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, so while John's talking his next shot here, who do we think is shot? I think it's Team Geall there in the back of the back button area is shot. Yeah?
Yeah, it's hard to tell for sure, and I think that might even be some of the discussion that they were having on the ice as well.
Yeah. So we'll see what they end up settling on, but I think it is Team, Geall. And
Dustin Hansen in the chat thinks it is.
Oh, yeah, I think it's yellow. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. We need more of that shot, Producer James.
Yeah. So even that looks closer. So I guess, I think everyone's kind of thinking if you tap this blue that's in the 8 foot and start moving stuff around, right? That that definitely jams on that yellow. But who's going to be the first one to kind of make a play on that?
Absolutely.
I think John was also considering hitting the one in the back of the back 8 foot just to reduce count, but
Well, what if you threw the draw and froze to the yellow stone that's supposedly shot?
oh yeah, then you're never getting that out if you really lock it on there.
So I think John thinks he has a great chance to steal here. So he doesn't want to make his move too quickly because then Geall's going to blow things up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess the problem there is if you ever try to freeze to it and if you leave it, say, top 4, top 8, then he's just slashing and possibly picking it out. So,
well, the problem with Geall getting a couple rips at blowing this up is there's a lot of yellow ones sitting around.
Yeah. So. Oh, Maureen, thank you so much. So she's got the lineup in the chat for us. So we got lead Darren Garral, second Mitchell
Kapitko, yep.
Yep. Third Brad
Wood.
Thanks. Thanks, Maureen. So, just another guard, and to help stop the inevitable blowing up of the stuff inside the house.
Doesn't really change anything, unfortunately. It's
no.
And looks like it is Geall's team. And we get a confirmation on who's throwing what stones. I believe it might be Brad Wood throwing last stones, but I'm not certain. But the call here, they're going to get there first. They're going to throw another one in there and try and sit 2. And then when they do that, then Shuster might play up the middle. But if Schuster's ever too heavy and his little chip of his stone is too much, there might be a shot for 3 or 4 for Team Geall here.
This one looks a hair up here.
I am not on the right count either.
Oh, it's curling hard there. Does tick the side of the third guard, and now having to sweep it past the tee line so he doesn't leave a slash double for John there.
And
we got a few more people chiming in the chat. Watching from Saskatchewan, lived in Duluth back in the day. Oh, that's neat.
Should be that.
Yeah.
2 rocks left each. 2 rocks each, right? 2 yellow, 2 blue. Team Seuss.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Sorry, interrupted you there. Keep going.
No, you're fine. We got first of Skip's rocks coming here. It looks like a good situation here for John. If he can freeze, tap to it, or even if they... Yeah, discussing kind of where the tolerance is. Oh, no, I lied. Is it still? Okay. I thought Chris already threw a second. I'm out of it.
I am a rock ahead again somehow. I am going through the rock faster than they are being thrown. I don't know what I'm doing here, Mark.
To be fair, there's a lot of rocks in play. It seems like we should be further along in the end. There's, there's a large amount of rock in play. This is coming in nicely. Gotta go hard for line here. Don't want to bounce it off there.
You know what? A little redirect. I don't think
it's
that'll too bad,
work.
Actually.
It does change that angle on the one that's there.
That blue stone rolling out into the open a little bit there, that was the worst thing. The worst part. That needed to stay closer to the middle. Right now, I think Geall can get to the nose of that, maybe a hair to the inside. Just keep chipping that angle in their favor. Shout out to Dustin Hanson, watching from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Katie Ills, another longtime Curling Zone fan. She's been living out in the Okanagan here somewhere forever. Of course, we got Courtney George on the watching along as well. Courtney, your brother is in bed right now sleeping, which is a real shame.
Yeah, a lot of rocks in play. Yeah, so yeah, it's. I mean, Chris was pretty close with it, but yeah, with it bouncing to the open, it kind of gives room for Team Geall to operate here. So last of thirds rocks here.
Oh, I think we're getting some more information on the suit guy.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, I think the story is he's with Shuster.
Oh.
And I do know that Team Shuster is sponsored by a suit company, Pursuit, out of Columbus, Ohio. So
I did see that.
That would be a natural connection.
All right. Weight's all there, not a problem. It's just a matter of line, seeing if they can get to the inside.
Yeah, really good shot.
Able to get to the inside. Now, the problem is they pushed back, I think, what was shot rock. And so now it leaves John shot rock. Although there's a pretty easy tap on that yellow to get shot back and possibly sit 2 or maybe even 3. So, really interesting end.
The yellow does set up like the perfect angle, right? Like,
yeah,
like anything Shuster throws in the way there is what Team Geall runs back in, right? Like if you throw a guard on the V in Vernon Lodge, that's the guard, that's the rock coming back. So it's not easy protecting that that yellow stone that sits there right now, because it looks like they can probably hit a third with hack weight, which is enough to probably score 3. 2 for sure.
Yeah, so they've got a.
Yeah, they're looking at splashing the guards out front. Just trying to hit half and spread them all out.
Trying to make a minefield up front here.
Take everything away.
We got Michael chiming in from Alabama. Michael, I was just in Alabama a few weeks ago at Huntsville, Alabama for their rocket spiel.
Awesome. I need to get down to that club. There's a bunch of new clubs. I can't wait to visit again.
I will tell you, the southern clubs are a lot of fun. It's a lot of passionate curlers down in the south, you know, and we have a lot of fun down there for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you know of any of my travels. I've been to a lot of different clubs in the United States.
Oh, have you?
And I used to work
doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
I used to work with USA Curling, doing the travel to nationals and visit a lot of the communities, and got to know a lot of curlers across the country, and did some baseball road trips, dropped in on some curlers, places like Kansas City, and been to Tempe and their facility a few times, and been out to Beaverton and seen the club there.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, playing in some spiels too.
Yeah.
And it's your summer spiels I absolutely love playing.
Oh, those are fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in Kansas City next weekend for their barbecue spiel.
That is
their new facility.
That's high on my list of spiels to visit, and had some great hospitality from some people down there that I can't wait to get back again someday when it fits into the schedule. So now he's settled on the splash the guard.
Yeah, just his teammate out of his hands. So let's see.
I think it took off on them a bit.
Yeah, it with that kind of weight, it does kind of move it. It does.
It helps.
It helps.
Definitely helps because the hack waiter might be there, but the board waiter definitely isn't there anymore.
Yeah, so not wanting to disturb what's going on in the rings, making just a little bit tougher. Kate's asking which side of the river in Kansas City. I'm not good with my Kansas City geography. I want to say it's like southeast Kansas City.
And
Maybe in the Blue Springs area.
Kansas? Southeast or southwest?
Southeast. So in Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah.
I can't remember which side it was on, but I was on both sides of the river.
Well, their old facility was up north, but I still think it was Missouri side. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The culture of the sport in the United States has been really fun to build curling stadium off of too.
Oh yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of really smart people with ideas that, you know, you want to try doing things. Some of the clubs that have jumped on board, you know, they're all fired up with being able to produce their own in-house stuff, which is really what we want to be able to make possible for clubs. And then we want to drop in every once in a while and produce an event like this.
All right. So let's see this kind of maybe backline waiter. Sweeper's on and off it, now having to carve it just to get a piece of that. Does make contact, and
they are shot.
They are shot now,
but only one. It's still a dangerous situation for Blue, though.
Oh, it's very scary.
Man, oh man. I think you gotta just protect the right side there from our perspective on the overhead. He can just hit that with any kind of weight and he's scoring 3, isn't he?
Well, no, because they have that one in the that's on the left side of the button.
Yeah, so like let's say you come down, you hit the blue onto yellow in the top of the 8-foot there.
Okay.
That comes onto the yellow, onto the other blue, and then you're sitting 3 yellow around the button.
Man, this is a curling puzzle here.
So Shuster is playing off the yellow onto the blue to kick the blue sideways.
Yeah, almost like kind of around the horn a little bit.
And then punch the one up. Shuster might be lying 2 after this shot.
Yeah.
Which would be ridiculous.
Wow.
Get this one good, James.
All right.
No.
Chris directing where the shrapnel's going to go here. Yep.
Worked out okay.
Yeah.
I think Wood is still shot.
Takes away some of the danger.
Yeah.
And geez, this is a trig problem here.
It is only for 2 now, for sure, at worst case.
Yeah.
And I think the angle that yellow that would be hit, not the high yellow, but the back yellow there, might splash out a little bit now too. So I don't think it's protected from behind nearly as well.
This is. Oh man. Cause you could play. No, that's. Yeah, it's gonna be like from the overhead cam. It looks like you can play something on the left-hand side of the overhead, but then when you look at it from the view from down the sheet, you know that yellow rock is overburied quite a bit, so it's gonna be tough to get there.
Hold on, Mark. We might be able to hear something from them. I just turned up my volume to see if it's good enough. So.
Let's see. So looks like they're playing something on the intern side or the clockwise side here. So I suppose this is kind of quiet wait, hit what you can see.
Yeah, hit the top
That
one.
blue.
Yeah, hit the
on
top
yellow.
one, bump it back.
So we'll have the last stone for Team Geall coming up here in a really interesting end here.
They're thinking about picking the back one. What would happen if he
I
misses?
thought I
is the
saw that
question.
too.
He just asked me, "Is it really bad if I do that?" It's always good to check that thing. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna try and move those stones and see if he can get two.
Yeah, did they settle on the pick or is this the tap?
He's playing. He's trying to hit the top blue.
Okay, so is the
Blue
tap.
onto yellow. Push yellow up into the rings, and he's gonna hit it with a bit of weight.
All right, last rock, Team Geall. On and off. That's
There it
a
is.
really good shot for two. Wow, what a shot. So Team Geall gets their deuce there in fourth. We'll be back. Team Shuster will have hammer down 3-5 after this break.
It's been a heck of an interesting game, hasn't it, Mark?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love seeing rocks in play. You know, just throwing up stuff, peeling it. No one wants to see that. Give me stuff in play. Give me angles.
Yeah, John Shuster definitely likes to see that kind of game too. He enjoys playing that style of game, and I think they got a little bit on the angles there at the end, and a couple of good shots out of Brad Wood at third and Mark Bellway, I believe is the skip's name here.
Dave Bellway?
Dave Bellway.
I could be wrong. Please, chat. Correct me.
It is in the chat. I'm going to go look it up again to make sure we have it right.
But yeah, while you're looking that up, yeah, I mean, you almost feel like it was a good shot by Team Geall, but then also, maybe a little bit of a break for Team Shuster there, because for a while there, he was possibly giving up 3 or 4 with all those counters in play.
Yeah, Dave Bellway.
Dave Bellway.
Yeah.
So, standard setup so far. We'll see Team Geall coming around their center guard. Got a bit of room to curl here, but should settle in just nicely there. And buried top 8, and John's gonna ask Colin to follow it down. Team going hard here for weight. Does end up settling as a 2 guard.
Yeah, that's just a rock that gets in the way now, unfortunately for Shuster. And it's getting a little cluttered up there.
So with it being cluttered there on the intern side, switching gears, going altern side to see if we can bury one. Yeah, probably top 8, top 12 here. Gonna come in just nicely and just taps there, so John's gonna be ask Matt to clear up the middle here, asking for this run from second Matt Hamilton. And Michael Levesque in the chat. Hey, Mike. Yeah. We'll see you next week in Kansas City, bud.
Yeah, just a little rusty on shots here. That's really what it is. It is still September-ish. We have rolled over a couple days into October, but early season curling, this is, you know, everybody's getting their feet wet again, and some have been out here longer than others, and you know, shots you might expect them to normally make are being missed a little bit more often.
Yeah.
So.
Because I know in the States some of these clubs don't have ice yet. I don't think Duluth has ice. Madison has ice. I think they're
Correct.
hosting the Margarita Spiel this weekend, I think.
Okay, that's awesome. I hope they're all watching down there. Shout out to the Margaritas.
Yeah.
I think they've been working hard to get this thing organized.
Oh, yeah. And guard goes back. A little bit more separation here this time, but call still is going to be the same here. So, just clearing up on which side they're going to be hitting here. Good to make sure that they're on the same page here. Early sweep by Colin Huffman here. Now that's going to come in. And that is a peach.
Really nice shot.
Fortunately, making that, you leave a bunch of guards in play, so...
At this level, those are the right color.
Yeah.
And for Shuster, he's going to dare you to draw.
Yeah. Because he'll love to take another chance for a run here.
Matt Hamilton with the fist pump on that, I saw just in the highlight behind. That was a beauty.
So Kate chiming in saying she heard from Shuster that club doesn't have ice yet. Just getting ice over at Brimstone's. Oh, Brimstone's, yeah, that's on my list of places to go. I haven't done any clubs out on the East Coast actually, so Brimstone's definitely on my list.
Yeah, you'll get to see some of those old buildings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Really beautiful curling clubs that have built through the years.
Weight's coming in nicely, but looks like it's coming into the hole there. Over curls a little bit. Well, maybe actually that was the call. Maybe they didn't want to go dead buried.
It's a good spot to be, actually, because through the port is tough. Schuster might as well try and run this, and yeah, you're right. Like a lot of times, this is the case where if you half bury and they make the run back, it's a lot harder to stick under. It'll be the same scenario here.
Now, do they want to run to the center back or not the one on the left-hand side to give them that kind of draw path for later, or?
No, you want the center gone so that they don't hide behind the center. You don't need the draw path to the center if they're hiding behind the corner guard, right? Yeah, you definitely want to get rid of the stuff in the middle as much as you can.
Oh.
That was the
Kind of
so
worst
close
case
to
scenario.
perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Like that curl's just a hair less. Which side of which turn did he have on? Just a hair less.
Yeah. So yeah.
That he makes a great shot. Like that was so close to perfect, but just a hair too much curl, and that's a millimeter on that rock out front. A quarter of an eighth of an inch, 16th of an inch. That's trouble now.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to put 2 in there.
Well, Team Geall, yeah, just putting another one back there. Oh, go
But they
ahead,
just
sweep
left
it,
it.
make it deeper, yeah.
Yeah, they just let him off the hook there a little bit because going behind the tee line, like Schuster's. Yeah, there you go. John's like, there's no point hitting anymore. They just left the door open.
I just don't think this is like. I think we gotta get in here. Right to the, I mean, you go right to the button, guys. You can't do anything without running.
Big time shot needed here from Chris Plyce.
This one's gotta settle up just a little bit. It's pretty close, but I think just a hair heavy. Oh, and as I said that, it's pretty close to perfect.
Yeah, that checked up really nice there at the end.
Yeah.
Didn't put a single broom through it.
Well, nice. That's the perfect shot if you're playing front end, right? You don't really touch it. You know, you clean a little bit for show, but it's all there. And then if you're Chris Plyce, you tell the guys, well swept, and go talk to John. Says you're welcome.
So we are into first of the skip stones here. Let me get that right. This is the. We'll look it up again. Dave, I believe is what it is. Dave Bellway, the skip here for Team Geall. Replacing Sean for the weekend. He's got this team into the tiebreaker game. You know, this is the great thing about this sport. There's a whole bunch of Dave Bellways out there who, when you threw together a team like this or got the call on a weekend to come play in a spiel, will be grinding up against the Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
That's curling for you.
Oh yeah. Just show up with a swift delivery and, you know, force his way into this tiebreaker game.
Yeah, I don't know of Dave, but for certain he's won some games in his day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, that's pretty good here.
That's a great shot.
So
at this point, he's trying to stop Schuster from scoring more than one. And that's going to make it hard for Schuster to get a second point in. How many rocks do I have? Looking up the wrong side. So Schuster's shot.
This will be
Schuster has
first of
hammer.
yeah. So this will be
John
first of
has
Jones. Yeah, what do you do here? I mean,
Well, there's a lot of problems for John with that shot.
yeah, I mean, you're essentially having to protect your one here.
You might have to throw a guard on this. But even then, you'd hate to do that because then they run something in. Like if you overlap your guard and they decide, hey, we're going to run in a guard ourselves. Through the port with weight.
Oh.
Wreck the wide one.
Yeah.
You don't want to wreck the middle one because that's the one where they hit it and your rock goes away. There's sitting a whole bunch in the middle.
Yeah, but even that wide one's scary too.
No. If you wreck the wide one, you can now make the double on the yellow.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like that could be a shot.
Yeah.
I don't think you can use that yellow onto the blue. It's the middle yellow onto the blue. That's your problem still.
Yeah, that's a scary one, yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, if you're John Shuster, what do you call here?
Yeah, what do you call? Phone a friend. We need some help,
This
everyone.
is... If this was at a spiel I was at, this is where I call a timeout and ask Tyler George to come out and tell me what rock to throw.
With 4 ends to play, you don't really want to only get one. If you're down one without hammer, you're at best 25%. So you want to still try and figure out how to get 2 here.
Hey, so speaking of that, is that, if I just go to Curling Zone and click on Analytics, is that where I get all that information?
Yeah, you can find a lot of that stuff there. If people are looking for information and they don't see what they're looking for, they can always message me on Facebook. Sometimes I just don't get around to updating as much as I want to, but I want to start making more of that information available now. Things like end by end and how teams score in different ends and situations and stuff. Yeah, I think it's time to keep improving the knowledge in general. Most top teams have this information now, and I gotta put it out there into the fan base. Plus, I'm a numbers nerd there, Mark.
Yeah.
I need to somehow figure out how to replicate the fan graphs for curling version.
What do they end up settling on here? Are they going just like top 8 kind of guarding this? Or are they going actually like...
Just top house.
Top house just to...
Like they can't, again, this is a problem with just throwing up a guard. Geall's team might do something with it, right? So I think, yeah, like you're saying, top house guard almost. Like top 8 was, I think, the ideal. It's not bad.
No, I mean, it takes the immediate scare and makes it less scary. I don't know. Yeah, last 2 ends. Scary ends for Team Schuster here.
So they're looking at this. I wonder if it gets by or not, or if that rubs too hard. I think that's like, do they go through the port now? Man, that'd be aggressive. That would be aggressive because.
Yeah, I don't know, but you just showed up here. You're, taking over for a friend. Why not?
Throw the Hail Mary. How does Schuster score 2 right now?
I mean, I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, I guess is there a draw on this?
And what can you not do to screw that up? Like, which stones got to stay where they got to stay?
I don't know. Because I guess maybe Schuster has a draw on this on the outturn side. Is that?
He needs the Bruce Mowat spinner special. But like he has to kind of like spin it fast enough so that when it stops, it rubs the yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
With like back 4 weight, so that it just spins in and hugs the blue on the button. That's the shot Shuster has to throw to score 2.
I guess they're going through the hole with quiet weight here.
So you can't hurt yourself, I don't think, by wrecking the blue. It's going to be hard to draw around the yellow to score 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrecking in the middle doesn't matter for these guys either.
No, I mean it's just you're in a good position if you're Team Geall, right? Like I mean.
So you can go for this.
If you make the shot, great. If you wreck, fine. What's John gonna do here? But I don't know. I think
it's the outside one. If you're gonna wreck on anything, it's probably got to be the outside one. But yeah, go for it. You make this shot, you get through the hole here, you might steal the win in this end.
Last rock for Team Geall here. Dave's trying to come through the court here. Having to go hard to curl it to get between. Does wreck on the outside line. All right. Is he gonna try to hit the corner of the outside one?
He'll want to hit about 7/8. The rub probably takes the back yellow too, because it should come off the side, go straight back.
Oh man!
And then Schuster's got to try and hold his shooter in the rings.
Oh, this is I'm scared of this shot.
If you're down on the ice, you would be able to know if this is safe or not.
Yeah.
So he's going to feel pretty confident because he's probably looking to take a close look.
Rock John Shuster. All right.
All over the front guard.
Yeah. So Schuster, in a scary end, does get a single. So he will be down 5-4. Team Geall with hammer in the 6th end after this break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back. Tiebreaker action in the Prestige Hotel Resorts Curling Classic. We've got a good one here.
What a fun game, Mark.
Yeah, lots of interesting angles. Yeah, it's definitely been fun. A bit of a miss on John Shuster's last rock here. Still gets a single out of it, although did really want to get a deuce there to have this game tied up in the last few minutes here.
Yeah, only getting a single there definitely hurts. Now down one without playing 6th end. Is that right?
Yeah, 6 men. Yep.
Yeah, 3 ends to go. At best, a 25% chance historically in this situation. It feels like it's closer than it is. And I think sometimes that's the case. The teams just aren't as aggressive. Looks like John here, though. I think the second center guard is likely coming up.
Yeah, it's a decent start here. I think the hardest thing about some of these kind of steel setups is getting the right distance between the guards here. So they've got the long guard, which I think is pretty tough here. Now, looking to get one a little bit tighter here.
With how good these teams are appealing, you want to get them kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty textbook.
Yeah, 2 beauties by calling off. Well, not perfect, but the distance pretty damn close.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I think sometimes teams just aren't aggressive enough with these double center guards, and they kind of get scared off doing it because it's you have to ignore an opponent's stone to do it.
Yep.
But if you can throw them pretty good, you get to own that real estate in the middle. And now Shuster's got exactly what he wants. These guys drawn around the middle.
Having to go hard here for weight and line does tick and spill in here, so...
And in my opinion, that's the perfect spot for that stone. You don't want to go around buried underneath that, because now when Shuster makes a good stone, if your rock is at all bare, then you essentially have 3 guards that you're now chasing around.
Yep, that's true.
So they accidentally threw the perfect stone where they ended up right now, because it's a stone that's tight that they can use to run back, and it is counting right now.
Switching sweepers here, going on the other side. John telling him to kind of leave it, but team's going a little bit hard to get it. Yep, well managed by Team Shuster there. Does get it to shot rock in the 8 foot. A little bit peeking out here.
Like,
Geall.
the top guard. This is a great call. You know what? You could come down. You can see half that stone right now. You could come down. You could hit it, roll to the wing, and sit 3. But you know what? That shot's still going to be there later. Because you got it on both sides right now. Your Yellowstone on one side, run onto it, or digging it out yourself. So, good call here. Peel the top guard. Get rid of the trouble stone.
Kate asking a chance, 25% chance of what? That's basically being down 1 without hammer, 3 ends to go. Is that right, Gary?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you are down, you give up 2, score 1. You are no more than 25% to win the game. Period. Starting out of the gate, 2 ends is in play. So, like, it stays pretty consistent throughout the game where your chance of winning, you're tied with the hammer in the first end, you're tied with the hammer in the second last end. It's pretty close to the same percentages.
Good guard put back up there. Now we'll see some additional peel-in action here.
Throw. Yeah, for Shuster, he doesn't want to go into the rings too early, so he's got to keep throwing guards up. Got to waste a few.
So, while we've had a lot of rocks in place in the previous ends, this one's probably going to be lit and a little bit more neater and straightforward here. This one over curls just a little bit, but pretty content to just go ahead and rip it here. There's no need to be too cute.
Yeah, for the same reasons that Shuster's throwing guards. Team Geall just needs to keep, kicking it down the line a little bit here. Sort of a little bit of a game of chicken here. Who's going to make the first move in?
Yep.
Now, if you're Shuster, it's not a great setup for Shuster right now.
No.
The angles are not great. Like, you're not burying around either of those stones very easily. Like, there isn't any great taps in place. Like, raise something up and try and hide it somewhere. And there's a couple of yellow stones in the ring. So if you make a mistake, you might give up 3. So you kind of want Geall to move those stones around somehow.
Yep. Yeah, I guess the only other consideration is that, do you ever take a chance and kind of almost play a split on the one that's top 8 to try to put you behind guard and then have a second counter, so 1-2?
The stone that is the problem is that top 12 rock. Remember that rock I said that's in the perfect spot? That is the stone that John Shuster hates right now. Because it's too tight to draw around and really make a good move there. And it gives Geall something that they can run in, very easily. Like, that is where that shot should go when you're facing double center guards.
Yeah. Some discussion here.
Yeah.
You think they're going to go ahead and make a play at shot rock here?
It's a bit of a split screen there, James.
Oh, Michael, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, try to interact with the chat here. I myself being a curler, I love the curling community, so I imagine the people that are watching curling on a Saturday night are other curlers. So just enjoy chatting, broom stacking. It's just like, it kind of feels like I'm watching a game from the warm room here. Just basically from my computer desk. So it looks like they did settle to make a play on this one here.
They hit this one, roll out into the open.
Now I'm gonna push it down for the curl side.
They're gonna try and keep it on the edge there somewhere. They don't want to roll out, because now it's 3 counting around the edges.
Yeah.
And again, that rock top 12. Look at it.
Yeah.
Like, Schuster's gotta go around, but you can't love where that yellow stone is. So now Schuster's gotta go back 8.
Back 8, yep.
Hang it off the back 4. Because he's got to create as much distance as he can between those stones.
Do you ever hit the one that's kind of sitting top house, top 12, or there's not a really good place to roll it, right?
The problem is it's too high.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be shot if you hit it, which is what is the brilliance of the placement. You wouldn't hit and roll off that stone underneath the center, because you end up, it's too high. It's not a good enough stone to use to steal. The deeper you go, the harder you make this shot to dig out. And you probably entice.
Yeah. Ends up settling
That's a good spot.
Back 4, maybe back button. So we'll see. Here
Yeah.
looks like we'll try to follow them down here.
If Mark Bellway can get his stone frozen on there,
Yeah.
then Schuster will probably try to freeze one back on top himself.
Yeah.
But he has to be careful he doesn't make a perfect freeze. Because that yellow stone could still be run in. So again, right, good patient call here for Geall team.
Yep. Someone's asking about the ghost of Buddy Holly. Is that who you're referring to as the guy in the tuxedo? I don't know. I thought I saw him earlier. Sweepers seem to like it. They're thinking it's T here. Oh, it's coming down. It's got some room to curl here. It needs to curl. Well, hitting it late here. That curl. That's coming in really nicely.
Great shot.
Yeah. Yep. And on schedule, John's just gonna have to go on top here.
Good news for John is the angle that's frozen on. That let's say John makes a good freeze on this, right?
Yeah.
And then Geall or Dave Bellway runs in the yellow. Then the yellow that's in the middle will also go out the side.
Yeah.
Had they got that yellow stone to the inside corner, it could have made this freeze a heck of a lot more difficult. So Schuster got away with one a little bit here, but he's still got to make a good shot.
Last rack for John Shuster here. Lean on and off. Now having to push it from line here. Got a good one if they can get to the inside of it. Yeah. It's a pretty good effort here. Not much space.
Yeah,
I
again,
guess you can pick that top one off.
yeah, that was a sweeping mistake. You need it to either be shorter of that. Like if you're biting the top 4,
Yeah.
you're okay. But by being frozen to it on this angle, that yellow stone can be run in. And if he sticks it right on the, let's say 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, when they get their deuce here.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3,
Oh, maybe
maybe
four,
4.
We have counters, yeah. I didn't think about that, yeah. So what kind of weight are we looking here for this, Jerry?
Oh, you're throwing a lot.
Okay. Looks like he's got quite a bit of ice here.
Yeah.
So doesn't look like he can't be coming with a ton of weight. But we'll see this last rock here for team Geall.
Big one.
Hard sweep, going quite a bit here.
Whoa! For 2.
Does make contact, yep. Doesn't quite remove that other rock, but moves it far enough where that team Geall will get a 2 there. So nice shot by Dave Bellway. They'll take a 7-4 lead going into the 7th end, which we'll have for you after this break.
just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed doubles. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in. We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
All right, so up 3, Geall's going to go in. Going to get a corner guard out of Team Shuster, and I think we're set up for a barn burner of a last 2 ends, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, I've been really impressed by Team Geall. You know, they've been pretty steady, and Dave's made some great shots. He made a really good freeze, you know, on his first, and then makes that angle run for a deuce there.
It's like they're in mid-season form, and you know, knowing the time of the year, I think we found some find it early folks.
Yeah.
You know, you just got that feel in your back pocket. Dave Bellway seems to have that going on tonight. He's made some pistol draws, big time hits. That last one there to get 2. They're giving Shuster everything he can handle. This is the only game of the evening. This is the tiebreaker round here in the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic here in the Vernon Curling Club in beautiful British Columbia. My name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. I'm joined by Mark Nyo.
Yeah,
They're out of Oklahoma City.
I am.
And yeah, great to have, you know what, the things that I've enjoyed listening to with the different commentators and everybody around is people from different curling cultures are coming together to have conversations about the sport. And everybody's learning about all the different idiosyncrasies from place to place, which is fun too.
All right. We see Shuster throwing up second corner guard on the other side.
Both of those are pretty tight to the rings.
Yeah. Well, we'll look to see what Team Geall looks to do.
Their setup's not great either. Those 2 rocks split apart like that. Yeah, that's certainly not a bad thing for Shuster where they are right now. Like hitting rolls off of them, tap them back. Shots like that, I think, are to come from Shuster.
We do have a question in chat. Yep, we do have no tick rule in place. So I don't think that's coming to play this game, but yeah, there's the no tick rule here.
I think you're throwing like back line, even maybe half back line. No, I'm just trying to get it so it's open as opposed to sitting in. Even if you hit it on the nose, it's going to make it tricky for them to get rid of this one. So, you know what I mean? Which turn do you like? Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Because like I said, even anywhere here is fine. Okay.
Pretty good sound inside the Vernon Curling Club there. Matt Hamilton, John Shuster come to agreement on a shot. back weight. Just move those rocks around. You don't want to take any of those stones out. You just want to push them behind the tee line. And ideally get this roll.
That's good. A bit of a roll there.
Yeah, really good shot.
Yep.
Probably needed another couple pounds of weight there. But still a good shot. Makes it better.
Oh, thanks for joining us in the chat, Maya. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do in this situation, right? Like, you know, they're on the scoreboard as Team Geall here, but you know, it is Dave Bellway throwing, essentially skipping this team here at this event.
I think Schuster's like, when are these guys gonna miss?
Yeah. Yep, make contact.
Another one. I just don't miss right now.
Yeah.
You know, as a newbie to the sport, Mark, what brought you in? When did you take up curling?
Oh gosh, it was it was just my roommate. He told me he was going to learn to curl. He had been a curler. I didn't know he was a curler. You know, I'd seen very sparse Olympic coverage of curling, and so I always thought it was kind of fascinating. So I went to learn to curl in Oklahoma and just kind of been hooked on it ever since.
How long ago was that?
You know, I don't have the exact time. I want to say
which Olympics is probably
yeah. So I want to say 3 cycles ago, because I think it was
Vancouver.
I think it was the year that U.S. did not have a great showing, going like
There's
3.
a lot of those.
Well, yeah, I think they went like 3 and like 17 combined between the men's and women's team. I think Debbie McCormick was skipping the women's team with.
So it would have been Vancouver then.
Yeah,
in
Vancouver.
2010.
Yeah. So, so glad to see where they've, gone. So as I kind of, grew up curling, got to see, the development of the high performance program, and, producing some good results on the world stage at the Olympics, and, even men's and women's worlds.
Yeah, these guys aren't quite nearly so loud, so it's hard to hear. We don't have mics on the players, but
yeah.
Team Schuster's been very helpful in making sure they're they're loud enough for us. So.
Yeah.
Again, so now lots of yellow stones in play. They're starting to become a nuisance though for Team Geall. Gonna try and run this through the port here.
Yep.
Dangerous.
Wow.
And they make it.
I mean, it's not a surprise that they make it. If anything, I think they would have wanted to.
Yeah, if you could have rolled away, it would have been great. It would have been
rolled away,
perfect,
or maybe taken one in the back yellow on the way. Just kind of tick one of those.
Schuster's got to feel a bit gun shy right now. Like he can't find anywhere to put this that he's going to feel okay about it.
Derail Flyer asked in the chat if I was there for the Red River. Yeah, I was there for the last Red River, and in Oklahoma City. I think that was like one of my first like competition with other clubs. So yeah, it's a shame we don't have that anymore. Although I know it's tough on the Oklahoma side to get ice. So maybe for the better.
Dave's got a few fans in the chat here too going on. So
Yeah.
Michael Haberrecht giving him a cheers. There's been some shot making, that's for darn sure. There's a shot out of Team Shuster.
Wow. Yeah.
That turns it around.
So now they got something to work with here. Dave, I don't think there's a timer on this game here.
Yeah, no clocks. Generally, the tour events don't have clocks because it takes volunteers to run them, and you should have to have them on every sheet. This is old school curling. It takes the time it takes, unfortunately.
Are we seeing? Is it going to be a run back or it'd be just peeling their own here to open it up? Running
back, yeah.
And of course he makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, who are these guys? I mean, this is great. I mean, and I say that with all respect. These guys are playing fantastic.
They have come to play.
I am very, very impressed by this team. Brad and Dave playing back end. I mean, jeez.
Sean better be worried. He's going to lose his job.
This one's top side of T and that one's 6 inches behind T. But I don't know that you can freeze this T and have access to it. You probably don't. I mean, it's going to have to vary.
A pretty good crowd on tonight. 366 concurrent viewers. 1 a.m. on the East Coast right now. So pretty impressive, everybody who's stayed up with us. And Chris Ply is here throwing his second stone of the end. Looks like I got the rock count right. Maybe. Finally, 7th end. It's about darn time.
That would be disheartening for Ply. He makes a shot. Brad makes a good shot. Now he's going to have to basically make a draw, freeze perfectly. Wow, that's a great shot. Jeez.
Really nice draw.
I mean, that's pretty good here. Derail flyer. Yeah, is that David F? Yeah, no, I remember you. Yeah.
He out of Chicago?
No, he was out of Houston. I'll be honest, I haven't kept up with Dave in some time here. Alright, so now they're just gonna corner freeze on top of it here?
Michael Levesque spending his midnight hours from Texas checking in. It is pretty late.
Alright, here.
Here comes the draw.
Yeah, first of Skip's rocks here for Dave Bellbaker. It's got a lot of room here.
Oh,
Maybe just
a little heavy, a little heavy.
I think maybe a little bit of a sweeping error on that one, because you can see where that ended up. That would have been
got a little nervy on it. You know
pretty
that
darn close.
You know the blood is flowing out there.
Yeah.
The nerves are amped up. Everything you throw is going to come out a little bit harder than you think it does. It's the moment, and that's where the real champions are earned, and that's why you got to throw the stones till the last one.
All right, first rock for John Shuster. I guess he's essentially looking to go just corner frozen, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I think the question is you got to be able to put this somewhere where it's shot, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if you can freeze to the nose or just to the inside corner of your blue stone that you just threw, and your shot, that's the place you want to be, because that's the angle that they can't hit it. They have to make a draw, they have to try and tuck under, and it's going to be really hard to do. So you don't want to be heavy and bounce off. You don't want to go to the one that was just thrown because it's too deep.
On and off here, so gonna be pretty close. Now going hard and
It's gotta be shot. It's gotta be shot. Ugh.
So
Doesn't change the situation much, unfortunately.
no, would have liked it in there to bring 3 into play here.
Yeah, it had to be shot on that one.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, it still just leaves the draw down there for Bellway, or they can even just guard this, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's what they're even looking at here.
Yeah, well, if you throw something, anywhere between top
you don't
4,
you don't
top
go in
8,
here.
or 3 guard, like just somewhere just right at center, right? What does John have left?
He's gonna play some sort of shot for 2. There is no, you know what? If you throw in there and you come heavy and you rub off into the open, you might leave some sort of a shot for 3.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you threw the draw in, if you're trying to get corner frozen onto the, let's say onto the shot stone, and you come down with that weight and you ever wreck on the top yellow and you roll out into the open, you might leave yourself an in-off to give up 3 here. So you gotta put this somewhere and throw this with a way that, being short is okay. You throw one of your stones top 8, it's a pretty good spot. It stops the tap for 2 even in a lot of cases. If you sort of like split the center line, maybe get it just a hair tucked under that yellow stone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good spot for it, yeah.
Yeah, then they gotta try and draw. Then they're throwing that long corner angle tap in for 2.
That's scary,
yeah. Maybe they run it for 3. If you had to, you're throwing it.
Yeah, well, and you're pretty much at close to that point here. Well, I mean, I guess you could try to get something for 2 and just hope to...
Yeah, get 2. You want to get 2 here.
Yeah.
If you got a makeable shot for 2, you take it here.
Yep. Almost 400 people joining us in YouTube, and pretty active chat. Definitely dig it. Thanks for everyone for joining us. I've had a lot of fun so far commentating with Jerry and then also with the chat here. So, last rock for Dave Bellway here, looking to go, just kind of guard the little tap here, guard the button.
Yeah.
So. Sweeper's going hard here. And this one is going to end up just maybe over curls just a touch. And
it's still a tough port to draw through, so.
Yeah.
Although you might, instead of throwing a draw, you might be throwing like back 12 and trying to nose that yellow in the back 4 there.
Yeah.
Well, you do that, you score 2. And I guess the question is, can you do other things here that score more?
No, not really. Yeah. Dave's a really big vibe right now. Like, he is just lift delivery, put it wherever you want, just complete control of this game.
He is
do whatever you
balling.
want. Gonna show up, and put some medalists on the ropes here, and maybe go back to his regular job on Monday. Who knows? I don't know his life, but I like what he's doing here. Final Rock, John Shuster here, looking for this double tap here. Yellow on the yellow on the blue.
Appears to be the play.
Yep. What a
There
shot.
it is.
Nice shot there for John Shuster. Get this deuce. So we'll go into the last 10. Team Geall, skipped by Dave Belway. It's going to be up 1 with hammer going into. Oh wait, was that the
Final end coming up.
yeah, last end after this break? And we are back. So, Schuster clawing back here. Team Geall, skipped by Dave Belway this weekend, has had Schuster in trouble most of the night here, but Schuster's clawing back, putting himself in a position here. We should have an exciting final end here. First rock. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like Schuster's team's been playing bad. Like, they've been a little rusty here and there. A couple, they've missed a few shots they might normally make, but man,
yeah,
Team Geall's been just throwing it at him.
Yeah,
All
Dave. Mr. Belway's just been out of control this game here. So Schuster looking to steal one here, just to stay alive here. But with the no tick rule in play here, have some chances here. So they do have one that appears to be just touching the center line, which is good enough here. And we'll see lead Colin Huffman attempt to throw another center.
Colin, originally of Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah.
Has a bunch of families still up there. Definitely a great culture of Alaskan athletes, part of the U.S. program.
This one does get into the rings, sitting top 12 here. Maya, what does Dave do? Is he still working, or is he like partially retired? Is he just gonna go back to like a regular life after this? Like, man, I'm very impressed by this guy. Like, I was very intrigued by the lift delivery to begin with, but then, man, he's just been making a lot of shots.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like, it's your average Joes that will go back to work on Monday after this is done.
Yeah.
Schuster and his boys they're what you would call, pro curlers in the States, but they all kind of have other interests at the same time.
Yeah,
do
of course,
things. Nobody's fully employed by it, but
no.
yeah. It's the fun part of the quote the tour, where there's all kinds of these events going on. There's I think there's 7 or 8 men's tour events on Curling Zone this weekend, all across the country, of some points earning significance, meaning this is part of the world team rankings. So like there's all kinds of these events going on with the all kinds of these Dave Bellways who are out there playing for fun.
Yeah, and I've got to say, like, if it wasn't for the coverage that Curling Zone, Curling Stadium provides, I probably wouldn't have like found this guy, right? Like, because most of my exposure to curling has been just with flame level events, right? And so being able to see guys like this just kind of show up and just play at this high level has been really, really cool. So
yeah, the cool thing is the coverage is available, so everybody gets to be seen. But when somebody writes a story like this, it gets the coverage it deserves. It's kind of like the Tin Cup story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, you could. This guy may have sponsors calling him on Monday, seeing if he can start wearing his stuff. Like next time he's on a Curling Zone stream.
We need more money in the sport first, so that these stories could actually pay off. But he's gonna have to go back. He's gonna have to go back to work on Monday, unfortunately.
For now, but who knows? He does a few more events. He plays like this. Yeah. So as we see this end shaping up, we're gonna get to playing this center guard peel, and then John eventually gonna have to make a move there.
John's gonna figure out a way to lie 2 here, so that when his opponent steps into the hat, the light switch goes on for the first time in his head that he might lose.
Yeah.
Because you got to be feeling pretty comfortable right now, up 1 with the hammer. But you want it to be. You want to get to a point where you sort of, put the thought in the other guy's head. If I miss this shot, I lose the game. And it's such a change in position in your head from the entire to the end that it can kind of do weird things to the body.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, you've got to feel good if you're in that situation, right? Because you're up 1 with hammer, sitting shot rock right now, right? And you're peeling guards here. So John's gonna have to start moving some stuff around here to get in that situation where they're sitting 2 and having Bellway essentially throw against the loft.
There's some nerves going on.
You think? I mean, this dude is. I mean, he is locked in.
Stone
right
cold. Both of them. Brad Wood there, throwing third stones. Just peel it away. Peel it away. Making it look easy.
Alright.
Like, Shuster's like beside himself right now. Like, when are these guys gonna miss?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just. I think Dave just stepped back in the warm room to go talk to the guy in the tuxedo. See what his thoughts are on the game. Matt Hamilton asking for this meeting here, or Vice, as I like to think of him sometimes. Good to have this discussion here. I think they're talking about if they want to go like back button here. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's time to think about that. Like, give us some split screen love there, James.
I think if that If that yellow rock was a touch higher, they could
Thank
make
you.
a case going for.
Yeah, you know what? I love going back button here. Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. Because you go back button, you want them drawing. You want the other team throwing a draw here, I think. So if you go back button, you might get them to draw. They should hit.
Yeah, they should just rip the top one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But you never know what you get. If you go back button, you might entice them into throwing a draw. And if they play a hit, they might miss that too, because that's not a short run bet.
Yeah.
Looks easier on the straight on than it does on the overhead.
It
That's for
does,
darn
yeah.
sure.
I mean, yeah. You look to you get nose, and you're spilling a few rocks there.
Yeah, but it's not hard.
Oh, tuxedo guy's not there.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you gotta
the
go around.
peeking.
Yeah, I think you go around here.
So I guess they're talking about. So I guess the either options are freeze, like a little tap, or going back button here.
I like going back button because you put 2 shots into his head. If you make this too good, he's playing the run for sure and he's committing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel the tension.
I know. Yeah, freeze on the out. You're never splitting that top one, right? And just kind of opening it up and.
That actually is like. That's not. Well, it's not a terrible call.
No, it's just hard to do it where you don't leave it double. Yeah.
I think the upside of making some good shots in the middle is worth it to continue to it. I think that's why you wouldn't split.
Always having to go hard here for a ride just to clear the guard.
It's by. It's going to be real good.
Oh, they just rub.
Is it going to stop?
And it does settle in for.
They rubbed the other one into the rings too.
Little cheeky shot there.
Yeah, that guard on the front is in the rings now, I believe. And it was not before.
Huh.
And they drew this one around the yellow one. Yeah, that was a pretty cheeky shot.
Yeah, so now looks like Dave's gonna ask Brad to just kind of run this blue one straight back now.
Yeah, just rip the top. Schuster's gonna hit the yellow to lie 2, and then you're gonna have to throw the shot against 2 for the win. Pretty much that's set in stone now. Ooh, a wobble coming out of the hack there. That's pretty good.
Yep. Straight peeling it, yep.
You could freeze to it if you're Schuster. Still one too many rocks to come for you, to be honest. You want this situation on your last stone, so you just hit this and you roll into the side 8 foot and you make a play against 2. That's kind of what you want here. Now what do you do? Like you play that hit now, they play that double for fun and for free. It's a lot different
basically,
than for the win. So, like, you play some sort of freeze.
Like freeze, yeah.
You know what? What about tight center guard, splitting the center? Give yourself half a rock to roll under. Like between the O and the D and Lodge.
Yeah.
But really tight.
But they're just ripping it then, right? So you're saying just basically delaying that last one, yeah?
Then you delay the last one.
Yeah.
Then you get to play your hit, roll for 2. And then if they do something in the middle, because they have a brain fart, then, you get some rocks to play to kids.
First of skips rocks here for John Shuster. Did they call out
2.
I heard a 2, yeah, so I guess they are playing
Unless
this
it's on the guard.
Wow, yeah. John Shuster playing this patient game here, so...
I love it.
Yep.
I love this call. Because if they ignore it, you love that, because you're going to draw around it to steal the game much faster. If they peel it, then... Like he's even... You won right here. He's thinking about it.
He's thinking about...
Right? He's thinking about making a play on this. And that's a win because when he goes up to play the peel on the guard, which he probably will decide on, he's already kind of distracted himself from making the shot he should.
Yeah.
You gotta remember here, like if the game was tied, this might be a different scenario.
Yeah.
But you are up 1 right here, so don't give up 2. Now,
Yes.
he is Dave Bellway, and the way he's been shooting, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah. So, Jared in the chat saying, yeah, have to peel. Yeah, I mean, now that we've kind of talked through this, yeah, you kind of have to peel. But I guess there's a part that he's thinking, he goes, you know, oh gosh, like top, just bite the forefoot under that blue rock, you know, then what does John do, you know?
Yeah, you get to the inside angle, and you tap the yellow to the face of the blue, and you roll to the inside, and you win the game right there. But man, there's a lot of ways this can go wrong, and you're in trouble to maybe give up 2. Probably not, but you shouldn't be presenting yourself with that problem.
Chris heading back there to get some water. I thought he was going to go check to see if the tuxedo guy was there, but guess not. Maybe they're not interested.
Where is Tuxedo Guy?
I don't know. I hope that guy has a Twitter account. I'm going to have to give him a follow later. Still discussing it. I don't think they're ever looking at peeling the guard here. I think they're just talking about placement or tapping this yellow rock.
I thought guard for sure was going to be a call, and they still might get there.
Yeah.
Off comes the slider. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
They were trying to figure out how not to peel the guard, and then peel the guard.
There he is. They found him.
There we go. Yeah, just, you know what, just playing up the drama a bit.
Yeah.
Living the moment out. There we go. Peel.
Never a bad thing to peel here, I guess. Said that on the earlier broadcast, you know, if you're not sure what to do, peeling the guard, always reasonable.
The thing about this, though, they did spend a lot of time talking about something else. Not a lot of time putting this broom down. The distraction factor that came out of the shot, right there.
And ends up stuffing. Yeah.
You know, a lot of times the thing is when you have somebody that's 100% committed to a mindset and a goal, they're going to do a better job of executing it when they're kind of split between 2 ideas.
Yeah.
No gimme here for Shuster, because he's going to have to, in order to hit this, he's probably going to have to roll over.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, he can't roll. I mean, he would love to roll under the guard, of course, right? But then that's jamming back on us, and the game's over here. So.
Well, no. He only needs. He steals one. He gets another chance, right? So like you could make the hit and roll under. You'd be set up really good if you did that, because you might steal the one.
Doesn't the yellow jam on that blue one back there though?
Yeah, but you'd sit shot under the guard.
Oh.
Right? And then
yeah, I guess if it rolls there, yeah.
But you really do like to lie 2 here and make him throw against the loss.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Right? So the alternative is you give him an easier shot, but it's against 2.
Last rock, John Shuster here. That's gonna go hard here. That's well done by John here.
Yeah. Again, make him think about 2 shots. The hit or the draw. You gotta throw the hit here, because you should be able to make contact with 1.
Yep.
Sort of the thought process, right? Let's make sure we get at least one of them. We make a good shot, we get the double, we get out of here, and take home the W.
Yep, and that's the nice thing about going, being up 1 here, right? You don't have to keep the shooter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's close enough here. Just nose or a little bit low side's really good here.
Yeah, a little low, you'll roll in for shot.
Yeah. But good contact and should be good here. So, Dave Bellway skipping for Team Geall this weekend. Last rock. Good look, Larry. On and off. Good plan here. Makes a hit. And stuffs it on the back one.
There's some emotion going on the ice right now.
Wow.
We get one more end, Mark.
Bonus
one more end of this mastery. What a fun game this has been.
Wow.
We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we are back for the extra end here. Wow, what a barn burner we have here. Team Geall, New Westminster, BC, with Dave Bellway of Salmon Arm skipping. Has the hammer here in the extra end, a chance to win it in 8. The double takeout just runs a little straight on him. They jam it, and Shuster has another life here. So center guard goes up. On the line, draw goes around, right to the button. So we are looking forward to an exciting finish here. I already love this. Yeah.
This. Wow.
The heart's racing, man. The heart is racing.
Jeez.
This is exciting. Where is everybody? It is 1:25 a.m. Eastern time. That puts it at, what, 10:25 out in BC, Vernon, BC, where this is taking place right now? Math skills have been hard. Counting has been difficult for me this game, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot to ask right now. I've been very engrossed by this game. You know, I've done quite a few games for Curling Zone, Curling Stadium, and this is definitely exciting. Always need to see extra curling here.
We've got 400 people joining us right now on the YouTube chat. Got another 25 or so dedicated Team Schuster souls over on their Facebook page.
Yeah, I imagine they're going pretty nuts there. You know, I think a few ends ago, Schuster's down quite a bit here.
Yeah, they were in trouble.
Team Geall, skipped by Dave Bellway, been playing great.
Again, this setup not so bad here for Schuster.
Yeah, definitely centerline guards and no tick, definitely makes it interesting.
Those yellow stones are too deep. You feel like they're good. One's on the button, one's on top of the button. Hamilton can make a good shot here. Tap those back a little bit. Like this.
What a scrub by Colin Huffman.
Absolute pistol of a shot there.
I mean, if you're Hamilton and Huffman, if you're not juiced up, you are now for sure after that sweep.
Yeah, the same reason that, remember that top 8 stone, that top 12 stone a couple ends ago that was so good and so helpful the whole end?
Yeah.
That's where you got to be on those shots, because right there it's just jam. So we're going to peel the top, same thing, you got to get out of trouble here. Setup is still pretty good for yellow. You got 2 shots, so let Schuster make the move, and Schuster's probably just gonna have to guard for a while.
Yep. So we'll see this delay action here. Next few ends.
I like that term for it, delay action.
Yeah. Nice that we have we can hear the players pretty clearly, and with it being the only tiebreaker game, it makes it just adds to this.
Absolutely.
Adds to the moment here.
Yeah, I certainly understand the importance and the value of player mics for what we're trying to do here. At the same time, we're trying to make it as easy as possible as well. So, and then Peel comes next.
So if you're Dave Bellway here, what are you trying to do? How you're trying to reset here, right? From this last end. Is he thinking, that he's gonna have to draw, or is he just kind of going through? What do you think? Do you think he's just going through, knowing he's peeling for now and deal with it later?
Well, last stone to win the game, you always got to assume I'm drawing the button.
Yeah.
That's that should be always be your default position. And so, basically, as a skip, it's like a closer in baseball. You got to have a short memory. You just got to lean back. You got to play this end like the last one didn't happen. You got to hammer in a tie game. You're supposed to win that game. The other guy is the guy under pressure.
Yep. So
just go out and make shots. Just go out, and you don't have to do anything extraordinary in this position because you're supposed to win. You're the favorite. So, play as the favorite. Easier said than done, though.
Of course, yeah. Looking at the angles in the house here, still going to go ahead and ripping the guard, but I don't know if he was ever looking at worrying about that blue on the yellow there.
I wonder if you can get a little bit of, guard into something in the house and get a little bonus action.
Yeah. Makes the peel. Just right on schedule here.
It's routine, but you gotta make them.
Yeah. All right.
Is it time to make a move? And what is the move?
Yeah. What is the move here?
If you go like that yellow one on the side of the button, I think you'd love to get that rock back another foot. Get that behind the foot, back of the forefoot. So like if you could ever get to the nose of the blue and just tap it and ricochet it to the side of the pin, they're going to smash the middle if you do that. So you got to make sure your angles are right. Maybe throw in another guard. You know what? Not a terrible play here. Waste another cup.
No.
I think it's, I think that shot that I just described is you want to throw that as your last shot. He's not going to let you throw it as the last shot, so you're going to have to throw it on your second last shot.
Yeah, if they bring something in the rings, right, they just blow it up, right? If you throw this guard, they're going to have to peel it.
Yeah. You want as few blow-ups as possible, and you don't want to risk them going in. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they, See? Now, are we gonna? Oh, okay. No, they're gonna go up and peel it. A little bit of a chuckle here, I think. Matt saying you guys had the discussion last then.
And I just peeled the guard.
Just peel the guard.
They're just milking all the time they can get. Yeah, peel goes away. Another made shot. Guard again?
I think so, right? Because I mean,
it's like they're head faking. They've been head faking all night. They're just gonna do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because he's got a couple of ways here, right? Like he can just try to pick that yellow one out or just push it. You really don't have to.
I think the problem is though that if Shuster can tap that blue one on the nose into and make a pocket, I think he can win the game with that shot. Like I think it's possible for him to hit that shot in a way that Geall's team doesn't have a shot to win. And so they may have to think about going in themselves. Do you let John throw that?
First the skips rocks here.
They must be going in here.
They're going in, yeah.
Okay.
They're going to the back yellow.
Yeah. Now that makes that pocket even better.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good shot. Man, oh man, that's a great shot. Oh my goodness.
Oh, now they're talking about. Okay, so they've got this little tap into the pocket, right, where it's going to be really tough to get out. So do we guard against the tap? And
so here's the problem, though, Mark.
Yeah.
You guard the middle. I picked the yellow.
Yeah.
Clean. And now I'm behind a whole bunch of your guard.
You're drawing side of the button there.
Yeah, you guard the tap. You've got the top 12 on the top 4. Like tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap.
Oh, this is.
Mark Delway is in big trouble right now.
Dave.
Dave. Oh. Dave.
Yeah, this is interesting situation we have here. And that's, I think that's a really, really good call by John there, right? Just to go back to that shot, to put it right there, right? Instead of tapping that out to set a pocket, right? He's giving something on that side, yeah.
You gotta play that double. Top 12 onto the side 4, blow those 2 blues up, move them, try and get everything out of there on that side, and then ideally you want to leave just the blue one top 4 and just the yellow one side button. Because if you do that, then Shuster has to play the tap to promote it, and you'll have a double of some sort for the win.
Yeah.
You got to hit the top one, the top 12 stump, onto the one on the side 4 in there. Biting the side of the button.
The side button one?
Yeah. And you put it across the top, it goes straight back onto the yellow. The yellow's gone, the blue's gone, the top 12's gone, shooter's gone, and it's just those 2 stones left on the top of the floor.
Yeah, it's really interesting here, right? Because, it's... what's the danger rock here, right? They're going to be tapping one that's top button, right? But it's really the one on the side, right? That's kind of resulting in the jam that really enables that shot.
The danger is Shuster has too many options, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't, Schuster's got the double tap in the middle. He could just tap the one that's top 4, or he could pick the yellow clean.
Yep.
That's a wall of options that you can't guard.
Yeah, we've got a few opinions in chat here, right? Kate says you can't guard everything, and so some people are saying pick the one that Schuster just threw.
That's not a bad call either. I was just thinking of looking at that too. That is a shot that gives you options on your last one, and it's an easier shot.
Yeah. I mean, if you can throw a quad here, that's ideal. I don't know how you get there.
Show me. First show me how to throw it, and then maybe we'll talk about it. Oh, he has returned.
What does he think? Alright, so cleaning the outturn side. That's all I got so far. So my guess is this is a guard of some sort?
I don't know what he is called yet. Dustin Hanson. They didn't come all this way to lay up. Send it.
They are guarding there. Ooh. I don't know about...
You can't guard everything, so you can't
guard everything. I like throwing weight and just hoping it changes the situation, but...
Well, there are solutions here with weight. But again, it might not be their game.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, he's
thrown some pretty darn good draws. So, here we go.
Sweepers think it's a touch heavy. This is coming in. And okay. So I guess where he tapped the broom, I thought he was throwing guard here, but this kind of gives them.
They were trying they were trying to move that. I think they wanted to get closer to the nose of that blue stone, right? You get close to the nose, you get to where Shuster was pretty much, and then you open a door for that blue stone to go through. That's what would happen there if you got the nose.
So now John's got a couple options. He can tap his one that's top 4, right?
Yeah, you just come down, tap it to the button, and you win the game. Like, unfortunately, Geall is not going to have a shot here if John makes, if John promotes that a rock.
Yeah. And he actually kind of has to be careful about not pushing that yellow too far, because that's keeping him, that's saving him on this potential in off the side or the slash on the side here.
Absolutely. So you definitely want to make sure that you don't, that you're not too heavy. So you got to throw it.
There seems to be a lot of discussion here, right? I think it's just pretty straightforward. You just tap this one on the top 4, like there's not the one on the top 12.
If he ran it on the nose.
But I mean, I think you don't really want to move that yellow that's on the button that far, right?
I don't think you need to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're playing this board weight and blue on the blue.
I'm confused as to...
I mean, I think the thing is that if made, right, they're basically sitting 2 on the top 4 foot, right?
Yeah, it's very possible he doesn't. It's very possible he doesn't trust his draw weight. And you need to be right on draw weight to make that other shot. They're real close. Oh no. It is a yellow stone. That's it, Mark.
That's it. What a game. What a game.
Team Geall will book the final playoff spot here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. My name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. It's been a pleasure, joined by Mark Yo. What a game, Mark. It was a barn burner between USA's Team Shuster and Team Geall. Skipped by
Dave Bellway.
There we go, yeah.
The legend of Dave Bellway is...
Salmon Arm, British Columbia, takes down the champ, John Shuster. What a game.
Yeah.
It takes time to fall asleep tonight.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. I know it's late for a lot of people joining us, 400 people watching us, and got to see a really good game and get to learn about the legend of Dave Bellway. Definitely, being from the States, I'm a little biased cheering for John Shuster, but, Dave played a heck of a game and deserved a win there.
We'll be back with some more curling tomorrow. We've got the playoff rounds, quarters, semis, and finals. We have to slim down, so we'll see what we can figure out tomorrow. But looking forward to finishing off Sunday strong with some great finals. Anyways, until then, Mark, thanks a lot for all your help. We'll talk again tomorrow. Everyone have a great night.
Bye, everyone.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next curling stadium.